Welcome back. Week 18.
On third down, it's Williams. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. It's not just a first down, but reception numbers. Try to throw again. Here's Williams. And that is incomplete.
Why is he double covered?
Determined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
He is sacked, and they turn it over.
Is that Dominique?
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire.
Off play action. Here's Williams. Now a ball deep, middle of the field. And
What
this
the
is
hell?
too far out in front. That one's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, Mike, with this guy's speed, he's not an easy target to overthrow. So that's one of those where they're telling this quarterback, throw it with everything you got. Just lay it out there. And more times than not, he's going to run under it. But in this case, just a little bit too much on it. He winds up overshooting his man.
Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he'll be brought down, but not before they move it up past the 30-yard line. A gain of 24 through the air. Good for a Bears first down. Throwing is Williams. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
He's going to air this one out. That is caught. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be first and goal. A big-time play for the Bears. 67 yards.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover. And
Caleb, what's with that throw, bro?
it shows how special he can be.
Trying to get it to Dalton Kincaid there. And it'll bring up second and goal. Working out of the gun. Here's Williams. That's to the end zone, but it is incomplete.
You can feel them starting to press a little bit, especially with this passing game. They find themselves so close to the end zone, they got to get it over the goal line. You got to be a little bit more accurate. You got to be a little bit smarter with the ball. And right now, the timing, the spacing, It's just not matching up.
To the goal line.
There we go. Finally.
Touchdown number 9 for the year.
Fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
The man in motion. And this ball incomplete on third down. Throwing again. Williams. Flush to his right. He'll get rid of it and complete it. Out of bounds, they have worked it inside the 15. It's a gain of 12 there. First down, Chicago.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Now it's Kelly. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. He's up to 21 touchdowns now. What a campaign.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike. And you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone.
It's going to come down to him and Connor for the
An unfortunate defensive
Offensive
break.
Player of the Year, Rookie of the Offensive Rookie of the Year. There we go. Speaking of Connor, there he is.
On third down, it's Williams from the gun. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. He's been unstoppable all year. That's his 27th touchdown of the season.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play call just really finding his rhythm, mixing run.
Third and short yardage, and here's Williams. He dives, and what a catch for the first down.
Well, he had such a great first half throwing the football. There's no reason to think Mike come.
So now, after the interception, a sudden change situation. First and goal. To throw, it's Williams. And that is tossed in the end zone. He's in.
Tyson.
Down Chicago.
I forgot man on offense.
That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
They'll come up here on second down and 5. so often here today.
Mike, some offensive play callers, once they get the lead, it's just milk the clock and let's get out with a win. But not this coach.
Nope.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that is not gonna... Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams.
Yeah.
Too far.
And this is where I take over the full game.
Herbert gonna go on 4th down. That's
Coop!
intercepted. Picked off by Cooper DeJean. And he's gonna bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Chicago. So they make the decision on 4th down to try to go for it. Instead, it goes back the other way for a pick 6.
Yeah, anytime you go for it on 4th down, you're saying, hey, we don't mind rolling the dice and taking some chances. In this case, it backfires. The defense is able to capitalize, and they take it all the way back the other way.
Here's Cam Little for the PAT. The kick is good. And the Bears add on to their already sizable lead.
Chargers 17.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback. The head coach of the Chargers, their former QB as well, Jim Harbaugh, his offense goes back to work. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Throwing, Herbert. And he's going to go down.
Chase Young.
Been under fire all game long. Chase Young bursting in for yet another sack. His guys now have 11 for the game. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here. Talk things over before 3rd down.
Like, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line. And if they don't...
And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked up by
Jalen Johnson.
and he is going to score
Not to be outdone by Coop.
for the touchdown. The defense is having a day. They extend the lead with Greg their 2nd pick 6 of the game.
And it's just something you don't see very often in the NFL, Mike. I mean, you might see a handful of games each year where there's 1 pick 6. But to get 2 pick 6s in the same game, this defense is on fire.
Of course, my going off 250. I don't know why that is, but
Little on on now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Bears stretch things out even further.
63. Chargers 17.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kicks away. On the return, it's McKenzie. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The head coach of the Chargers, their former QB as well, Jim Harbaugh, his offense goes back to work. They try to establish some tempo. They start this one with 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Herbert. The left side catch made by McConkey. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds after a gain of only a couple.
At the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Shotgun now for Herbert. This one finds McConkey. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Now it's Herbert. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Mike, it is not very often where I am at a loss for words. You know that by working with me. But let's just set the stage. They just allowed a modern NFL record 13 sacks in one game. I mean, to say this is absurd would be a dramatic understatement, and I hate to say it, but performances like this, people lose their jobs over it.
On 3rd and his offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. That's a second charge timeout to Chicago, as they'll discuss what's to come. 4th down is looming. And the Chargers will punt, getting set to kick it away. This is taken at his own 30. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. Out comes Caleb Williams and the rest of this Bears offense. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. A play fake. Now Williams going up top. That's caught. A dive for the goal line, but he's going to come up just a little bit short. A big play to kick off this drive. A gain of 66 yards.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
But the fullback trying to power it home. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike, and they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
Here's Cam Little for the PAT. It's up and through. And the Bears will add one more onto their big lead.
Chargers 17.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown. The head coach of the Chargers, their former QB as well, Jim Harbaugh, his offense goes back to work. They'll start it here with a 1st It's O'Connell. The Bears go ahead, take their third and final timeout, and they stop it with 22 ticks left on the clock here in the fourth. Throwing on second down. O'Connell was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
Oh, well,
So
whooping.
that's one in the win column for the Bears. They finished the season on a high note. Now they'll have the week off as the #1 seed. Get back to it in 2 weeks for the divisional round of the playoffs. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA
Well, I don't think any
Sports.
records were set today.
Log on to
That's okay, though.
EASports.com. So
Next
long,
year,
everybody.
a bunch of records will be broken. Jalen Johnson, ba-blink.